fine day. Today I'm coming at you with some skincare reviews. I've been testing lots of different skincare, different brands, and I thought I would just deliver my thoughts to you via video form. So that's what this is. Welcome. How are we doing? If you're new, my name's Rebecca. Some people call me Becky, some people call me Beck, Bex, Rebonka. I've got a long list of nicknames, but yeah, if you want to subscribe, please do subscribe. I am sweating out of my bumhole right now. It is so hot. It is sweltering, but I'm going to power through. If I look a bit flushed in this video, then you know why. And I've got all the skincare laid out next to me. My brother's watching Friends literally next door and he won't turn it down. I've asked him, he said no. I said, okay. With a bit of sass. He's also watching Friends whilst he's having a bath, so we can, if you can hear water noises, if you can hear studio laughter, I can only apologise. Anyway, let's start with face masks. So I've been using this Klairs Youthful Glow Sugar Mask for a good couple of months now. I picked this up off of Beauty and Soul, which is a really great place to go for Korean. It's mainly Korean skincare. They do have a little bit of beauty on their site. I feel like I've got a hair on my face. They do have a little bit of beauty, but mainly skincare. This I wasn't sure about at first, because obviously it's a sugar mask. I should have expected it to have sugar granules in it, but it does have sugar granules, and it's kind of like a mixture between a sugar scrub and a hydrating mask. Like, I've never tried a mask like this before, and obviously sugar is a humectant. It is good at hydrating your skin, which is very strange because consuming sugar is not so great for your skin, so they say. Interesting science and all that. If you put it on your skin, it's good, but if you eat it, it's not great for your skin. And when I eat sugar or like sweets or a lot of chocolate, I break out quite badly. In fact, I have a spot on my lip today, and I tried to make it into like a beauty spot. You know that trick where you kind of cover it a little bit with concealer to get rid of the redness, and then you use an eyebrow pencil to make it into a beauty spot, because I've already got a beauty spot here. It's just a natural one. This is one I cooked up earlier, but it didn't work. It started to look like a scab, so I don't know how I started talking about that. Anyway, this mask actually surprised me. I really like it. You put it on damp skin and it feels a bit weird because it feels a bit rough. Like, I think sugar scrubs all over the face for me are not my favourite, because the granules are just quite chunky, and I prefer really finely milled physical exfoliants. But I really like this. It genuinely does hydrate the skin, but it's a different kind of hydration. It's not like my Tropic hydrating mask, which is sort of a creamy mask, or the Sukin hydrating mask, which again, it's like a kind of thick moisturiser consistency. This is a bit like their sugar scrub, the Gentle Black Gentle Black Sugar Scrub, which I also really like, but it's got kind of like a gelatinous carrier. I really like this. I really enjoy it, and I think it's a nice product. One mask that I've not been enjoying, this is the Antipodes Halo Skin Brightening Facial Mud Mask. I've seen lots of good reviews of this on Instagram, and I just can't get on with it. Like, it tingles my skin in a way that feels really uncomfortable, and I don't know if it's because it's lightly fragranced. It kind of smells like Play-Doh, and I just don't feel like this does anything for my skin. I'm not a huge fan of mud masks in general, but like the Tropic clay masks and mud masks I do get along with, so I don't know what it is about this one that I don't like, but I don't like. So this is a no-no from me. And I was going to do a brand focus video on Antipodes and the products I've tried from them, but when I mentioned it, everyone was saying how much they love Antipodes, and I don't particularly like Antipodes, apart from their hand creams. The hand creams are amazing, and they do have another product that I really like, and I can't remember what it is now. Oh, their cream cleanser, the Grace Cream Cleanser. I love that as well. But a lot of their products I don't like, and I don't want to make a video bashing a brand, especially one that you guys really like, so I might not do that brand focus video because I don't have very great things to say about the products I've used. So yeah, let's talk about some cream cleansers. Whilst I mention cream cleansers, let's talk about it. This one by Cosrx. Cosrx are a brand that I have recently discovered. I've been trying their SPF, I've been trying their BHA liquid, which is really nice, and also a moisturiser from them. And one product that I've been testing is this calming foam cleanser, which actually, it does kind of foam up, but it looks like a cream cleanser. It's not a cream cleanser. It foams up more than a cream cleanser, but I wouldn't say it foams up as much as a foaming kind of cleanser does. if that makes sense, or a gel kind of cleanser. So it's like an in-between, and this has got salicylic acid in, which is one of my favourite ingredients. Using it in a cleanser is a really gentle way to use it because it's a chemical exfoliant. It's something that you're going to wash off your skin, so as long as you kind of work it into the skin for a minute or so, you will still get the effects of it, whilst you won't get the kind of stripping effects, or not so much stripping, but just if you've got sensitive skin, it's just sort of more of a gentle way of using it as an ingredient. I actually really like this cleanser. It makes your skin feel quite clean, not squeaky clean, but more squeaky clean than a typical cream cleanser does, if that makes sense. Like I love cream cleansers because they're so gentle and they leave your skin feeling almost moisturized already, like just very nourished but clean but not stripped. This is one of the more stripping cleansers I've used, but not in a horrible squeaky clean way, but it is a little bit more soap-like feeling than it is cream cleanser feeling, and it really stings the eyeballs. It really stings the eyeballs, and I found that out the hard way. I think it does say on the instructions avoid the eye area, but my favourite thing about cream cleansers and why I love them so much is because they're so gentle, and the fact that you can rub them, unlike gel cleansers or other kinds of second cleanse, you can really rub into the lash line and it doesn't sting, it doesn't hurt, it just makes your eyes feel nice and nourished. So yeah, if you've got sensitive eyes, I don't recommend this. I still really like it, but I would not use it anywhere near my eye area. And then the other cream cleanser, I guess you'd call this a cream cleanser. This is the Tropic Clear Skies Cleansing Powder. It's a little bit grubby. Let me just wipe that off. This is a cleansing powder that they actually do refills for this, so you can get the pot and then buy refills. But I've actually really been enjoying this, and I didn't think I would. The packaging is quite annoying. Like, you're supposed to take this cap off and then tap it out, but it doesn't really work. So I end up taking the whole lid off. But you use a little bit of the powder, introduce a bit of water, and you get this kind of like blue cream cleanser kind of paste, and it just cleans the skin really nicely without stripping it at all. And I wasn't expecting to like this, but it's really gentle and nourishing, and it's got plant enzymes, blue spirulina and rice powder in. And I'm pretty sure a Tatcha cleanser that people really like is that it's got rice powder in and some other ingredients, so I feel like this might be quite similar to that potentially, but it is really nice. And then lastly, on the cleansing front, I just wanted to talk about a couple of makeup removers. Two that I do not like. I will keep trying these because I have only used them twice each, but first impression, I don't love them. Don't love them. This one more so because this was quite heavily fragranced. Like, fragrance is quite far up the ingredients list, and again, with cleansing balms, the idea is they're supposed to break down your makeup, i.e. get all up in your eye makeup. I usually wear a winged liner or some eyeshadow, mascara, and I like to be able to rub into my lash line gently to break down that makeup and wash it away. But this was so scented that I couldn't really do that, and it's the Lumene Finland Nordic Sea Pure Glow Cleansing Balm. For my skin, like my face skin, not my face skin, that sounds weird. For my cheeks, like any area that isn't the eyes, this was quite nice because it did leave my skin feeling quite nourished, but just for the eye area, it stung like a bitch. Stung like a bitch. If you want to see any sort of cleansing oil reviews, I am doing a little series on my Instagram, so make sure you follow me on there. If you want to see some sort of breaking down of the makeup and you want to see some up close and personal reviews, then yeah, check out my Instagram. It's just Cruelty Free Becky. But this, I think at the moment, this is a pass for me, which is such a shame because I was actually sent a few things from this brand, and some of them were fragrance free, like one or two of them were fragrance free, but the vast majority were fragranced, which I think is okay. Like, I personally don't react amazingly well to fragrance, but maybe if I used a more gentle cleansing sort of products for cleansing, maybe I could use one like their vitamin C serum, for example, later in my skincare routine. So I'll let you know how I get on with this brand, but yeah, I would just wish it didn't have the fragrance in. There's no need. It kind of smells like orangey, zesty, which kind of reminds me of cleaning products, so it's not my favourite scent anyway, but that's that one. And the other one I've got here, this is a new launch by Holland and Barrett. They came out with a vitamin C line, and the brand is called VitaSkin, and this is their vitamin C cleansing balm. Again, this stung my eyes. I wasn't expecting it to, but it did sting my eyes. I love the packaging, and the whole range is in this cool kind of simple brown packaging. This looks like a tube of paint. And I've also been trying their day cream, their anti-pollution glow day cream, which is nice. I haven't noticed any sort of brightening effects. Obviously vitamin C is great for brightening, but it's gentle and this is nice, and I like it a lot more than the cleansing balm. Another moisturiser I wanted to mention is the Cosrx moisturiser. So this is their green tea aqua soothing gel cream with green tea and pro vitamin B5. I think they've got one that's like their moisturising cream, which I think isn't vegan, but this one is vegan, and it's more kind of, it's not my typical cream, and I do have to say I don't usually go for these sort of gel, sorry, this is probably quite unhygienic sticking my finger in it, but jelly like kind of moisturisers, but I do actually quite like this. I don't know if I like it enough to repurchase it, but I think if you've got oily skin and you want a moisturiser that isn't heavy at all, this doesn't feel heavy at all. It's very kind of water-like, but it still kind of locks in whatever serums I use underneath. So I do like this. I don't know if I like it enough to repurchase it, but I'm enjoying using it. Oh, and one more moisturiser I wanted to mention. I've been trying some Mad Hippie products. So this is a brand I hadn't tried before, but then I picked up their vitamin C serum, and I really enjoy this. I bought one off Amazon. Don't kill me, it's the only place I can find it. I got one off Amazon and I loved it. It was so nice because it's got hyaluronic acid in it as well, so it's not sticky like some vitamin C serums are. It's more kind of just hydrating, and it was just nicer to use. But then I bought one off of like a certified skincare site, and I don't like this one as much. I feel like it's not as hydrating. It was more gloopy, the other one I got, whereas this one's much more liquidy, like serum like, if you know what I mean, whereas the other one was more hyaluronic acid like. So yeah, I don't know which is the authentic one and which is the non-authentic one, or if they're both the same but just different batches. So I will keep you posted on that, but I have really been enjoying this vitamin C serum of a morning time, just because I love vitamin C as an ingredient, and typically it can be a little bit sticky, which is not very nice to kind of put on the skin. So this is just a nice experience, if you know what I mean, and yeah, I feel like my skin really likes it. But I picked up a couple of their face creams from that authentic skincare site at the same time. Well, this is a face cream, it's just called their face cream for all skin types, and their eye cream, and I really enjoy it. I really like it. It's just a basic face cream, but it feels really nice. I don't feel like I need the eye cream. I think that this moisturises well enough that I don't need to put any more underneath my eyes, but it's a nice eye cream. I do really enjoy it. They're just kind of simple, you know, when you think of like creams with ceramides in that are just hydrating basic creams, that's what these kind of give me the vibe of, and I really like the ingredients. So that's those two. And then last but not least, let's talk about some serums I've been trying. So I already mentioned the Mad Hippie one that I have been enjoying, which is nice and hydrating and obviously has the benefits of vitamin C as well. And then two other hydrating serums I have been trying out, not loving, not gonna lie. This one is from, what's the brand called? I actually don't know the brand because it's not, is it just Deviant? I don't know what the brand's called, but they're part of the Abnormal Beauty company, which is like the group, isn't it, of The Ordinary, Neod, Deciem, all of those. But this is their Hylamide low molecular hyaluronic acid multi-depth rehydration booster. This had amazing reviews, but I don't really find it that hydrating. It just kind of feels, it was about £30, and it's fine, but it's not as good as my Q&A hyaluronic acid, so this I would not repurchase. And I was also a bit let down by the Hydrate Moisture Serum by Cree. I love this brand. They do my favourite cleansing oil, which is the Unveil cleansing oil. It's so good, fragrance free, very gentle, really effective, emulsifies beautifully, and it's a nice small business that package their products in glass. But this just didn't do it for me. It has got hyaluronic acid in as well as glycerin, love glycerin, rose water, love rose water, some other things in Latin that I don't know what they are, a preservative, which obviously we need preservatives. Preservatives are our friends, they keep us safe, they keep our skincare safe. But yeah, it's got a food grade preservative in it, but it's just quite thin. It's too thin to give me any hydration. I don't love this, but I don't hate it. Sometimes I'll use it after a shower, just like maybe with a mask, but I wouldn't purchase it myself. They really kindly sent me this, and I'm really grateful to try it out. It hasn't put me off trying more from the range because I know the quality is really good, but I just think different people get on better with different kinds of hyaluronic acid. Like, for example, I love the Q&A hyaluronic acid, but I know that Ethical M on Instagram, she tried it and she prefers the Purito one. So it's just different preferences. Like, I like the Purito one as well, but for me the Q&A one takes the biscuit. So yes, I think, is that everything I wanted to mention? Oh no, there was one more. Cleansing oil. This is the Enzymatic Cleansing Oil by Deviant, and they are a really cool skincare brand actually that I feel like are, I don't know if they're that popular. I don't know. This is a really lovely, gentle cleansing oil. I do have a full review on my Instagram, so I'll link that if you fancy having a look at it, but it's got papaya enzymes in, which I absolutely love. I know the research on papaya enzymes is not as well researched as maybe like AHAs and BHAs, but I mean, I always get good results. One of my favourite lip balms is the Pure Papaya Care lip balm. I find it very thin and lightweight, but actually nourishing, and also kind of slightly brightening. Like I use it sometimes underneath my eyes and I get good results. So yes, for a full breakdown on this, I recommend checking out my Instagram. But the brand is really, really cool in terms of they are just sort of gender neutral. They don't follow trends and they don't sort of pump out products. It's very much like a capsule skincare kind of company, which I love. Like if I ever had my own brand, it would definitely be less is more, and they don't shame aging, let's say. Like they just promote the ingredients they do use, but they don't say like paraben free or like sulfate free and all that jazz. They just focus on like the positive side of skincare and not shaming different kind of bad skin conditions, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I love that. I love the vibe of the brand, and the packaging is glass, if you're wondering. So that's the last thing I wanted to mention. Sweating my balls off. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to see some more from me, please do subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you very soon. Bye.